Hello guys, welcome to this video. My name is Shalom, and in this video I'll be teaching you how to create this animation using Blender and Clo3D. If you are new to the channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button and switch on your notification so you can be notified when I drop more amazing content. Without wasting much of our time, let's get to it. Alright guys, so the first thing we want to do is start a new Blender file. And since we don't need any of this, I'm just going to click A, X, and delete that real quick. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using the add-on called Human Gen add-on. Although you can absolutely use any human model you have to follow along with this tutorial. Now, so I'm going to go ahead now to open my Human Gen add-on. And since we are working, this project is going to be for a male, and we can select any of these models for the purpose of this video. And then we can select generate human. I think this is a fairly nice model that has been generated for us. Although one thing though, the height is actually quite short. So with Human Gen add-on, you are able to actually fix the height. So as you can see over here, you see height. Let's click that. All right, it switched off the children for the air particles so that it will not be heavy on the PC. So that's good. And we want it to be over 6 feet at least, because we are trying to model, we are trying to create a virtual model, right? Okay, and as you can see at 184, we are exactly at 6 feet, which is very nice for what we are trying to go for. Now, if you look at the model created for us by the Human Gen add-on, which I'm going to add a link to get it in the description below. You can check that to get the Human Gen add-on for your future projects. You'll notice that this model is actually rigged, right? Let's select the bone and then go into post mode, right? If we come here, you realize that this model is actually very well rigged, right? So what do you want to do here? We already have a rigged model, right? So we just need to go and animate it. And to animate this, we are going to be using Mixamo, right? But if you don't have a rigged model like this, it is quite all right, because with Mixamo, you are able to rig and animate. Let's go to object mode and go back to object mode. And what we need to do is export this model, a FBX or an OBJ. So to do that, we go to File, Export, look for Wavefront OBJ over here. Human for the figure, mix to stand for Mixamo, and over here we want to see if everything is actually quite all right. For here, we want to click selection only, because I don't want other stuff that are not relevant to come with the model, right? So I can click on selected only, so it can only export this selected human figure. Click export OBJ. The first thing we want to do is, if you don't have an account, obviously you need to create an account, an Adobe account, and so you'll be able to have access to a vast library of animations. As you can see, there are a lot of animations going on here. So so let's move ahead. Now we want to come here and upload our character. Remember, we exported an OBJ of our model the other time, so we want to come here and click on character. As you can see, we have FBX, OBJ, and zip. So I'm going to drag this, select this, and drag into Mixamo. wait for it to upload. So as you can see now, we already have a copy of our model already imported into Mixamo. And right now we are on the auto rigger, which would, like I said, if you have a model that has not been rigged, this would help you to rig it. Now let's click on next. And as you can see, we have uh, tools provided by the auto rigger to rig our animation. So let's start. Bring this first one like it says to the chin, right? Just try as much as possible to match them up. This goes to the elbow. To the elbow. This goes to the knees. And finally, this goes to the groin. Once you have that all set up, all you need to do is to click next, and the auto rigger will start rigging the model for us. Now, the model has already been animated, and if you click on any other animations, you can see a vast number of animations over here that I can choose from. Let's go here and type idle. Type idle and see the options that we get. So we have idle over here. We have this other idle. Let's try to look for something that is very good. Happy idle is quite nice, but let's check it out. Happy idle. We have okay, happy idle is nice, but is kind of too playful. I'm looking for something for like a clothing brand, something kind of calm. All right, standing with briefcase is quite nice. Let's check it out. Okay, that's this is actually quite good. With that, we have our animation ready to be sent to Blender. Now that we have that, let's click on download to download it. Yeah, different types of export modes that you can choose from, but I always choose to go with FBX binary, 30 frames per second. You can go with 24 frames per second. And um you know because I'm actually not using this animation, I would decide to download this without the skin, right? And keyframe reduction, you don't need keyframe reduction, you are good as it is. So you can decide to go without the skin, 24 frames per second, FBX binary. And what we just need to do is click on download and wait for it to download. As you can see, we still have our unanimated, boring, but rigged model, which is what I want to use for this project. But if you are doing this with the Mixamo animation, all you need to do is just import your animation into Blender and continue with the next processes, with the next level of the tutorial. But there's this extra step that I take because I want to use this particular rig by the human gen model, and um this extra step is called retargeting. So what I want to do is target the animation from the Mixamo model onto this particular model. So basically what I need to do now is go to file, import my FBX. What we just need to do is click on import, wait for it to import, and yeah, is it? Oh, look at it down here, very tiny. This shouldn't be a problem because what we just need to do is come over here, click and drag all over this numbers, right, and input 1.00, and this scales the model up to the same dimension as this. If you look at this, you notice that this scale is 1.00, and also same is our uh rig, right? Now we already have our animation in here. As you can see, the rig is moving, but our model is not moving, which is our human gen model. We need that to move. So to do this, we need to go ahead and use our Rococo add-on. So what we are going to do now is go down to our Rococo add-on and select retargeting, and we have two tabs here. You have the source and we have the target. So for this scenario, our source is this model we have, because it is the source we are getting the animation from, and our target is this uh, rig for the human gen human, right? So I want to select this eyedropper tool for the source, and let's select the amateur, right? Which is the name for this. And for the target, we are going to select our HG Jarrett for the target. When you have done that, you want to come here and click build bone list, right? It takes some time, and a full bone list is going to be built for you. Just need to come here and confirm that everything is correct over here, right? Now, when you finish confirming, you just have to click retarget animation. So now that we have done this, we want to prepare our model to be imported into Clo3D. The reason why we cannot just export as an Alembic file into Clo3D is because we need our model to be in T-pose, so we can be able to put the fabric on our model. Go into graph editor. As you can see, we have all our animation in graphs right here, right? And what we need to do is create space for our model to go from T-pose into the beginning of the animation. So we want to start the animation on frame exactly on frame 10. So now that we have moved all our animation data to start on frame 10, now we want to select our amateur, go to pose mode, go to select pose, transformation, clear transformation, all. That would send our model back to T pose. Again, after selecting our amateur, we're going to go to pose, clear transformation, and then all. And after you have done that, come here, click I, and it would it will make this particular frame available. So now that we realize that it is now animating from a T pose to the start of our animation, which is what you want to be able to use this in Clo3D. Now that we have done that, we are going to proceed to export our model into Clo3D. The format we are going to be using for this export is Alembic. Now we have to come to Files, select Export, and select Alembic, and name this model underscore 4 underscore Clo, right? We want only selected items to be exported, because we don't want details like the amateur to be exported with the animation, right? So once that is selected, we can click export.